Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I forgot to hook up my um microphone. I just got it set. I was watching something and I said screw it. Um Let me see. Who all's here? Um Let me get my camera and everything. I've told y'all before I've been consigned to my recliner, and then I was so sick. I got sick Tuesday night, and I haven't really moved. I slept here. Oh God, I was so sick. My home health care team came in. I was like, told you I was sick, and they all just up and left. Said we'll come back next week. Oh God, I was sick. So let me say hi to Deonda. Hello, Snickerdoodle. Hello, Dob. Hello. SJ, hello. Freckles, hello. Let's see. Okay. No, when the flu, the nurse did check me out. I just had a bad stomach bug. At first they were like, COVID. I said no. I said I've been exposed, but I did not get sick. Um, you know, but it was just a bad stomach bug. That's all it was. So, um, hello to Blue-Eyed Angel. Okay. I've been wanting to go on, as y'all could probably whoever knows me knows that I have been wanting to come on. And I just haven't because I've been sick. I do feel good today. I started feeling good yesterday afternoon, and today I finally just got done eating a turkey on toast sandwich, so doing good there. Thank you, thank you. So literally, I'm just gonna get into it. What the hell is wrong with people? Anna Grissom, hello. Visiting my best friend, watching Saints game. You guys, I have been so upset. Let me tell you, I was talking to someone Tuesday. Someone that comes into my chat, and I told them, I said Monday. I told them Monday. No, I told them Tuesday morning. It was around noon. I was talking. And I said I'm going to keep an eye on the Georgia elections. And I said, but because I want to know what's going to happen in the Senate. And I said, but I want to know if tomorrow, this was Tuesday morning, it was around noon. I said, I want to know if anybody is going to be airing the counting or the opening of the envelopes. And I said, I want to know if they are, when, how long, what time. I said, because I shouldn't have said this. I said, I'm grabbing my water, I'm grabbing my cigarettes, and I'm grabbing a couple cookies, and I'm going to watch it. Because I said, I'm going to watch the fuckfest happen. I did never, in any of my thoughts, ever crossed my mind what I witnessed, and all of us who were paying attention witnessed Wednesday. I am still half speechless. I am filled with anger as I was that day. I still want my questions answered. And I want to know how. After this domestic terroristic act, and that's exactly what it was and what it is, how anyone can dismiss what happened that day and say, as I was told yesterday for 3.5 hours, our president had nothing to do with it. Why would he have anything to do with it? Now, on its own, you still can't say that. But it's like I told this person, I said, look, I said the president told him to go. Said he will walk with them down there to the Capitol building. They were in front of, I think, the Washington Monument where he gave the speech. Cindy Lopez, hello. Hey, Les. I wasn't still that shocked. Our country, he incited it. Yes, he incited it. Where the hell were the police? I was horrified. NPR notified me, and then I watched it live. Yes. Now there's a lot of information that I have been watching, and I have been investigating, as well as I could. I have found out quite a bit of information. Is that Ellie? Wow, are you for real? I live in the UK and I knew something that was going to happen, and I would not be surprised if something happens on 20th January. Now, hello to Ellie. I think that's your name, Ellie. My writing is so small in here, and first of all, for 2 weeks at least, Chi-Town Sue, hello. Hello, Chi-Town Sue. Oh man, I am so glad you're back online. BLMers stormed courthouses and burned down man, this writing's so small. And burned down precincts. Democrats dismissed that. Plus, for weeks, Trumpsters warned civil war, and police didn't prepare. Exactly. On OANN, Parler, and there was another one. For 2 weeks, they said they were going to do something. Cookies, hello. Trumpsters, January 17th, Trumpsters are calling for armed protests at all state capitol buildings. We're going to get to that. That's part of things that I found out. Have you seen the posters for that? Have you seen the posters for that? They're not, from what I understand, there's not a specific date. It's just a day of the inauguration week that they're calling for an armed grapevine. Hello. That there's, yeah, that poster's kind of disturbing, isn't it? I didn't know there was a specific date. I just knew there's something, a day, it's probably the 17th then, of inauguration week. They're calling for an armed protest. Armed protest. Now, for a couple weeks before this happened, on OANN and on Parler, and there's another site, I can't remember the name of it, they said they were going to do this. They said shit was going to go down. I didn't know it at the time until I started doing some investigating. But I am seeing people during, drive around with F. Biden flags flying on their trucks. Yeah, well, and people have a right to say that, you guys. I don't believe anybody should have their free speech taken, the right of free speech taken away. But I thought it was to be taken away if you incite violence and shit, which is why Trump is now banned from Twitter. Trump is now banned from Facebook. But he's on Twitter using Don Jr.'s. So, my thing is, they're gonna find a way to get on there. But he's under Don Jr.'s. Now, first watching this, you had the questions, where were the police? Where was this? Blah, 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 blah. Well, come to find out, 2 days before, the chief, now you got to understand, there's the Capitol Police Force, and then there's the DC Police Force. The Capitol Police Force has 2,300 members. Okay? And so the Capitol Police, chief of Capitol Police, who is now fired, he was asked by several members of Congress, several members of Congress, do we have enough? Do we need to call? Nancy Pelosi called and said, we can get more people in if you feel that we need it. Nope, got it taken care of. There was only 500 officers on duty out of 2,300 Capitol Police. There were no horses, cops on horseback, if you noticed. No helicopters, no nothing. It was just 10,000 people, however many was at that rally, and then walked down there, which Trump, by the way, did not walk down with them. He went home in his limo, got in his jammies, grabbed his Cheetos, and was watching it on TV. Little chicken shit. So this siege happened. Domestic terroristic siege happened. And the DC police chief didn't send any in, and nobody called for backup. Or I should say the Capitol Police Chief, the Capitol. Now the DC mayor called Trump twice. Because she's not a governor. She can't call in the National Guard. She's just the mayor of DC. Called the president twice. And he said no to calling in the National Guard. She called after she called Virginia and Maryland and asked their governors to send in their National Guard. And that's when they contacted the Republican and Democratic chambers or committees, or the Republican side, Democratic side, and then they got a hold of Pence, and Pence said send them in. And that's when they got there and cleared the place out. Of course, there was a 6 o'clock curfew too. Unfortunately, some reports say 4, some reports say 5 people had died that day. One we know of was a police officer. He was struck with fire extinguisher. Don't know how many times. He was able to go back to headquarters, and then he went to the hospital and died at the hospital from his injuries. And domestic terrorism was 9/11. And what happened yesterday was domestic terrorism. Your own government is your own worst enemy. Let's see. More laws and less freedom. You can't say that. So you have a police officer that died, and then you had a woman who was an Air Force vet who died. She was shot. And I actually, you guys probably saw the video too, where she was shot. And she just went boom. I mean, one of my favorite videos was one of my favorite videos when that lady came out who was maced, and she was crying. They maced me. They maced me. You totally shocked. Totally shocked. You're trying to go through and you're terrorizing those inside the Capitol building, and you're shocked that there are some police officers who are fighting back. How dumb is that? Now, like I said, I believe in free speech. Everybody has the right to speak and say what they want to say. Speak and say it, okay? You can't cause a riot. That's a no-no, I was always taught. Since I was in grade school. You have the right to speak, but you can't speak in a way that gets others angry to go cause a riot. So, the Trump rioters, terrorists that were there, because I'm not going to say all of them, but those that were there, they had a right to speak. They had a right to stand out and say what they wanted to say and throw a fit, and if they wanted to, throw a pretzel, or, you know, throw throw sticks, rocks, what, you know. Okay, fine. But you didn't have to take bombs. There was 2 pipe bombs found, and they were taken away and detonated. People brought in Molotov cocktails. There was semi-automatic weapons found. There were handcuffed zip ties. There was a gallows built for hanging. They used news crews' cables to make the news. Now, between that and the picture of that guy with those zip tie handcuffs, you can't tell me they were going to go in there and just speak peaceful or whatever. They were there for a reason. And that reason was to take hostages, and they were going to hang Pence. They were shouting it. All you have to do is listen to the videos, on some of the videos. They were shouting it. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. They were going to take hostages. They were going to kill. Either way, they're still domestic terrorists. And that is one of the things that our president is sworn to do, is protect from all terrorists, domestic and foreign. Now, they have talked to some of the congressmen, and they even thought something was up, because when they got to the Capitol, there was hardly any cops around. And when they went to go park, there were like, on a day like today, even the congressmen knew shit was going down. So even on a day like today, there should be a lot more cops. There was no backup coming. And you can't tell me that there was, because that shit went on for 4 or 5 hours before Pence said, bring them in. Bring in the National Guard. You don't have, no one has the right to take away my freedom of voting. No one has the right to take away our safety, our symbol of democracy. Whether you believe it exists or not, no one has that right to forcibly take away an election that happened, and everybody knows that there was no fraud. Please. I'm so sick of hearing that. Even the Republicans don't truly believe it. Come on. There was none. So I don't want to hear it. It was a fair and square election. It happened. Trump fought it every way possible. He has that right. But when him and Giuliani needs to be arrested too, when they had that rally before they all marched down there, and Giuliani said this is a trial by warfare, and Trump said you can't take our country back by weakness, you have to show force. You got to take it back by force. I'll walk down there with you. We'll all have a big old kumbaya down there. They all walked down there. Trump went home. And Lin Wood, who called for the death of Pence, I think every one of those senators should be removed. And I'm glad. Who was it? Cory Bush, who called for the removal of all them senators. I really think that every one of them should be removed. They were voted in for a reason. But you take an oath to the Constitution. People don't realize how vulnerable we looked all over the world, which put us in a national security risk. Exactly. It has made us so much weaker. Exactly. Now, you have the right to speak, but you don't have the right to take. Nobody has that right. And if you ask me, them calling for an impeachment on Trump, I think it's going to take too long. No. Pence should show some balls. Really. Stand up to the guy and say, you're relieved. Trump's own cabinet members that are still there are willing to back him up and say, you are relieved. Now, just because Trump will leave in less than 2 weeks does not mean he still can't be charged after he leaves. And that may very well be what happens, because he won't have the protection of the presidency anymore. But Pence needs to grow some balls. And if he needs a set, he can have mine. For real. Pence's balls are in mother's purse. Trina Barber, hello. Mary L, hello. Freedom of speech is perfectly fine, but encouraging violence when you know you gotta falling would do it. That's just too wrong on so many ways. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know. To subvert the will of over 83 million people. Yeah, Trump talks about in his followers saying he got 74 million votes. He got 74 million votes or something like that. He got well, yeah. Well, Biden got more. You forget there's a whole nother half of the country. Biden got more. Trump threw him under the bus. I don't get why he won't invoke the 25th Amendment. I don't know either. I really don't know. I strongly believe that Trump should have been shut out from Twitter ages ago. Oh, honey, we all agree. Trina says, I have my moments, Dale. Actually, any social media. I agree. But Trump is still on there. He's under Don Trump Jr. Trump is still at it. But his account has been banned, and he's been banned on... I think he's been banned on Instagram, and I think he's been banned on... I know he's been banned on Facebook. So, but I think he's also been banned on Instagram, too. There's so much that went on with this. I don't even know if I can keep it in a cogent, straight story. In a straight storyline. They were chanting, hang Mike Pence. You'd think since Trump incited this shit, Pence would try to get him out. I agree. Screw the impeachment. Walk in and get him out of there. But what I want to know is they better be investigating the police and why only 500 out of 2,300 capital city police. Why only 500 of them were there and no backup was sent? You saw no backup going until the National Guard got there. Nope. I don't get it. And you know that everybody is trying to get all their stories straight to try to give us a narrative of what went on. And I'm going to be like, you can't fuck with the American people's minds anymore. Mary said, from my point of view of someone who's a small country who is at peace with America, I feel like this is a massive crack in a security not for not only America but other countries that are allies. It is, Mary, but I'm going to tell you guys something, and please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But now you know how Hitler got in power. Now you know how Hitler got in power. Because our Donnie trying to do the same shit. Same shit. And you see, those that were there are not dedicated to a party. They're not dedicated to the Republican Party. They're not dedicated to the Constitution. They're not dedicated to what this country is supposed to stand for. They're dedicated to one man. You're exactly right, Les. Exactly. Trump is the modern day Hitler. Absolutely. Imagine storming the Congress taking selfies and then trying not to get caught. I know. Don't misunderstand anything I say now, either though, but don't take it wrong, but history is history. Exactly. Yep, they're dedicated to Trump. Yep, they're dedicated to one man. To one man. Who is about as delusional as can be. And his children, Ivanka, they raised her twats, but Little Miss, hello. Just got back from DC. I bet you did. But history tends to repeat itself. That's why you should never forget your history. That's why we need reminders, so it doesn't happen again. Sadly, that's true. History repeats itself because people are too selfish and want power. Nothing is ever good enough. No kidding. I forget what I was gonna say. Actually, every single human is selfish. Some people just know when to quit. No, I wouldn't say that. Not every single human being is selfish. Mm-mm. Nope. You're taught that. Some people know not to take it too far. You're taught to be selfish. You're not automatically selfish. You're taught that way. My grandkids aren't selfish. They had to learn it from somewhere. Oh, great. One cigarette left. You know, I'm not selfish. I share everything I got. But it's scary. And it will, and I was talking to somebody yesterday, like I said, talked to him for 3.5 hours. And I finally flat out asked. I said, look. I said, what makes you like the guy so much? And still like him? They couldn't answer. They could not answer. And then they said, well, what started all this? They didn't care that the Capitol said, yeah, I saw something about it. It got boring, so I went on. What? And couldn't answer why they even liked the guy. So I don't pay attention. The president doesn't do much anyway. It's the Congress. Well, who do you think was attacked? Yeah, but it got boring. I said, people like you should not be allowed to vote. I was pissed. I think Trump is unhinged, and I don't believe him when he says he will leave office peacefully. No, he's not going to leave office peacefully. And there is a call for an armed protest that week. And I think Chi-Town Sue said the 17th is when it is. Oh, what makes me not like him, says Lil Miss. Lil Miss says, I can answer why I like him. You'd be the first one, Lil Miss, honestly. And I love me some Lil Miss, you guys, so she like I said, I believe everybody's right to say what they want to say, and she pretty much, he is up there in my eyes with Reagan. I loved me some Reagan. But this isn't Reagan's. He's not Reagan. You know. I loved me some Reagan. For real. But he's not a Reagan. You can't go 4 years, 5 really, because even when he was, running, sitting there touting hatred, and then expect people to act like normal citizens. You can't. They're brainwashed. I hope it was worth getting prison time for Trump. He used everyone there. No, he is not the Gipper. No, he's not. If we actually had another Reagan, I would vote for him or her in a New York minute. Dead serious. But the thing of it is, this is what happens when people don't think for themselves. For real. And what's sad is, supposedly intelligent people don't see. They're just, whatever he says is true. When you can show them actual proof that he's lying, nope, what he says is true. No, what he says is not true. Just like he said he was the one that called in the National Guard immediately when he did that video. No, he didn't. National Guard didn't get there till almost 6 o'clock, and that's when they started clearing everybody out because there was a 6 o'clock curfew. But that was as soon as anyone got him there. And it was Pence who gave the order to call them in. He was the only one. They were our presidents at different times in history. Media is making everyone dangerous if it is someone like Trump. No kidding. It was hours before they came. Exactly. And Biden is the teller of truths. Do you think I believe every single word Biden said? Look, I didn't vote for Biden, so. But do you think I believe every word he says? Hell no. Hell no. But he doesn't cause people to hate other people. And he doesn't just make things up. At least his lies tie into something. Trump just literally makes shit up and believes it. I'm just going to keep quiet and listen. No, I don't want you to keep quiet. But I don't think Biden tells the truth either. Karina Barber says he doesn't incite violence. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. I think it's sad that instead of trying to work together and make this planet likable for everyone, they are just arming themselves up with this and that for the one chance they get to go to war. Nicole A, hello. Suga said, this world is lost. See, I have hope. I think that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I have hope. I have hope. I have hope that what has happened has woke people up. No matter what side you're on. No matter what. Lisa, hello. No matter what side you're on, you have the right to speak. You have the right to protest. You have all that. But you do not have the right to destroy and commit terrorist acts. You don't. Obviously not enough people, sadly. And that's just it. There's plenty of Republicans. They've already done a poll. And there are some Republicans that do agree with what happened. but that number is so low. Over 87% said, well, that was wrong. That was just flat out wrong. You know, so I have hope. I really do. I have the right to keep my ass at home. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, you know, so I do have hope. I mean, people know when things have gone too far. And the thing of it is, those that are in power, the people need to speak up and say, we're not going to take this. And you need to go. Because you're not protecting us. You're not protecting us as a country. And you're not protecting us as individuals. You're not. And enough is enough. Loomis is the total disrespect he got from day one from the media and the left and the snowflakes. He could have been a lot worse. Let's not ponder that one. I don't think celebrities should be holding such a powerful rank as president. Well, anybody who is American born has a right to run for president. I have the right to run for president. You know. But like I said, he was disrespected from day one. I agree, says Sandra. And he was disrespectful. Ronald Reagan? Yeah, Ronald Reagan was a celebrity and he ran, and I'm sorry, he was a good president. He may have been Republican, but he was a good president. And I am a registered Republican. But you know, it breaks my heart that things have gotten this bad. But personally, I think it has to do with a lot of different things that are going on. And I don't think it has to do with just the voting. I really don't. I think that plays a big part because Donald doesn't want to leave office. Because he faces a lot of shit when he's at 12:01 p.m. on the 20th. He faces a lot of indictments. And he doesn't have the protection of the presidency anymore. Not to mention the fact he loves the power. Donald is a bully, you know, but he's not the first bully president we've had. But he is certainly one of modern age, of modern times, of, you know, the newer times. I mean, you know, and I'm sure there's going to be another down the road. But I'm hoping that people realize how far this can go, and it's dangerous. And RNA Guevara, hello. I think that Reagan cared about this country. Trump has proven that he does not. Sanders said Arnold S. Clint Eastwood, just saying. What are you talking about? They haven't held. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger could never hold the office of presidency, and Clint Eastwood, he'd just Dirty Harry his butt in there if he wanted to. Don't tell. Now that Pelosi is out for Pelosi as well. Oh, I think Pelosi needs to be out of there. I really do. I've always said that. Pelosi needs to be out of there. She's not. None of them are heroes to me. McConnell needs to go. Schumer needs to go. Pelosi needs to go. Hawley needs to go. Ted Cruz needs to go. There's a ton of them that need to go. Does anybody actually like Nancy Pelosi? I don't know. I haven't met one person that does. I don't know, but we don't live in California, so we'd have to go to California and ask, who actually voted for Nancy? I just want to smack your hand. Lindsey Graham needs to go. I tell you what, do these senators not know that we can't? I mean, they're so plain. They're so in your face with, like, Lindsey Graham is only out for Lindsey Graham. He will turncoat quick as shit like he did. I mean, at least I have at least with Ted Cruz and Hawley and that other guy, at least they stuck to it, even though they're assholes and they need to go. But at least they stuck to it. Lindsey Graham's like, oh, no, I'm going to change my mind now. Joy Barnes, hello. I think people should research the movie The Mortal Storm. I saw it as a teen, and it helped me navigate the Trump presidency. What's it called? The Mortal Storm? Yeah. Little Miss Mrs. Trey Gowdy. And Mariel says, I think that people should watch Death to 2020 on Netflix. It's quite the movie mockumentary in these times. You know, you would think that these senators, male or female, I don't care, senators and House of Representatives, all these congresspeople who have children, would want the best future for our children. I've been so disgusted. James Stewart, Robert Stack. The divide is so great in this country. I'm afraid the conqueror could come anytime. It has nothing to do with our country. I know what you're talking about, sugar. No, they only want best for their children. The rest of us and our children can rot. Yeah. It just amazes me how like one party is deemed as socialism, which is the Democratic Party, and the Republican Party is deemed as the family values party. Where are any of them? I don't care what affiliation you are. Where does any of them show any kind of excuse me, moral forethought on anything? Not to mention, where are their values? because we can see it plain as day from what they're showing. Jim Jordan, Family Values. Hi, girl. You don't think first chance I get to vote him out of office, it's happening. I don't know how he got in there to begin with. I can't stand a little. Never mind. I believe that you should leave the world the way you want your children to live. As in leave it in a better place. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel about it. He's such a puke. Yeah, he is. I don't know what I was thinking of. Janice Chick, hello. I don't, but to me, what has happened, it calls on all sides of the poll. Really. I'm not going to blame just Republicans. I'm not going to blame just Democrats. I'm just going to blame whoever there is to blame. I can care less, because believe it or not, there's some Democrats who, a couple of them, who agree. So, it's not just a Republican thing. It's really not. What it has to do is, where's your morals and values? How about just use common sense? We didn't drive cars in 1776. We fly in planes. Who was flying in 1776? I won't mention cell phones. My point is, time changes things. We all contribute to the change. Exactly. Exactly. It's all about the dollar. And instead of, and like I said before, not everybody can be poor. Not everybody can be filthy rich. I know my station in life. Will I ever be rich? Hell no. Will I always be just above the poverty line? Yeah. Was I at one time more comfortable above the poverty line? Yeah. But, things happen. Adam CM, hello. Hello, Mrs. I say this with my tinfoil hat on. COVID, election year, that shit was planned like an Italian wedding. Oh, man, if they unleash this COVID, now there's not one, but two more strains of COVID that is going around. Hold on a second, there. Now there's two more strains of COVID that is going around. And they found it in 2 states. It's not just in England anymore. It's here in the States. Could you hand me a pack of cigarettes? Please. So, that shit's scary in itself. Will we ever have a normal life? You're gonna have to tell me what's normal now. I think we'll have a normal life, but do I think we're gonna have life we did when I was a kid? No. No. I think thank you. I think what is to come will be a new normal. They sprinkled that COVID around with a salt shaker. Trina says, I believe they found it in PA. Mary says, I heard that it's a new variant that showed up in Japan. Well, yeah, there was one. Little Miss says, Sugar says, you are correct. Joy says, Mary, I hear that the variant is here. Yeah, there's 2. They found two other strains or variant. Yeah, it's here in the States. You know, and we don't even know if the vaccine they're giving out, first of all, is 100% safe. There's one doctor who's already died from it. He went into anaphylactic shock. And that's one of the side effects. You can go into anaphylaxis. So great, you're going to give me an immunization that I'm going to need an EpiPen for. Okay, wait, in the variant in Japan different? I don't know. I don't know. I know they found a variant, another strain of it, or variant, in England. And then I forget when it was, because like I said, I've been sick, so I don't know if it was before or this week, that there's two more that they found in 2 states here in the United States. So I heard about the Japanese version today, so there's not much info. Yeah, that the one in Japan, like I said, I don't know when I heard it, because like I said, I was been sick, and my timing is so who knows? Who knows? So possibly 3 mutations. And it's scary because this COVID was supposed to be a slow moving molecule. It wasn't supposed to mutate. And then it's mutated several times. So it scares me. So the information we're being given about the actual COVID molecule itself was false. Because it wasn't supposed to. That's why a vaccine would work. You know? It wasn't supposed to mutate like this. It scares me. But will we have a new normal? Yeah. I'm gonna call it a new normal. But it's not gonna be like it was a few years ago. You know? And that upsets me. That scares me. I want it to be. I want my grandchildren to go out and play with their friends, and have friends over, and vice versa, without having to worry. You know, I want to be able to go out without fear and do the things that I can still do while I can still do them. Big offense, hello. Considering this has been going on in the whole world now for about a year, there really is little research on the original outbreak. So when there are mutations, there will be confusion when we don't. Mary L also says, really not much to begin with the original. Exactly. So, you know, it's now. I'd like to think that 2021 would be a better year. It's not starting out that way. And especially since there's been over 21 million doses of this vaccine supposedly spread out, but only 5 million have been given. There's something wrong with that number. But then again, I don't know if I want the side effects. That's why I said, it's too soon. The side effects from it, people are getting all kinds of different effects. You know, I'm such a bundle of nerves, this little miss. I started smoking. Aww, I hate to hear that. For real. I just, this has been a very trying time, very trying year. Especially here in the United States. I can't speak for the rest of the world. Although I do try to keep up with what's going on in the rest of the world. But we have to put things in perspective also. This thing with our president right now, with Trump and everything that happened and the storming of the Capitol, this and that, is new for us. Not in the rest of the world. They live with this shit all the time. They have problems with their elections all the time. It's nothing new for them. I was listening to people from across the world, believe it or not. And they're like, yeah, your president sounds just like mine did. It's new for us. So we're all like, for the rest of the world. But then again, what are you supposed to do when the rest of the world says, we look to you guys? And the thing of it is, most of this country, the majority of this country, doesn't agree with them. My damn kid missed his whole sophomore year of high school. Oh yeah, I feel sorry for the high school kids. Man, they, especially seniors, senior year. Oh my god, that's the funnest time of your life, is your senior year of high school. That's a rite of passage. You go to school just to get to your senior year so you can do all the things that senior year students do. I mean, good god. Yeah, you got your schoolwork, but you also got a lot of shit. I mean, there's never a dull moment your senior year. There's always something going on. And a lot of things are the last, of your high school career, of your schooling, of your childhood career of going to school, I've run out of books to throw at my kid. Little miss. But, so I'm trying to look at different perspectives on what is going on, because if I don't, I'm going to drive myself up the crazy tree. And when you talk to people from around the world who have been in countries that are led by dictators like Idi Amin and Muammar Gaddafi and all them, when you talk to people that were under their regimes, they're like, he sounds just like Idi Amin. I mean, you gotta, that's when you go, boink. Okay. But then again, like I said, in the same breath, they look to us like there's hope. So, I'm trying to see both sides, but right now, as an American who is proud to be an American, I'm beyond pissed. Way beyond pissed at what happened. And I don't care what affiliation you have. I don't care. I don't care. I'm pissed at those that did what they did. Those that were there. Those that did it. I don't care what your reasoning is. I don't care what your reasoning is. At Mary L, 3 of my son's teachers do not show up to teach the online classes. Automatic Fs. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So as sad as it is to say, missing school years with the physical part is nothing compared to the damage that could have been. Let me see what she started writing. Speaking of my country, we have never had this issue. Never. Well, you're lucky, Mary. We never had it until now ourselves. I get that most kids, young students, are missing out on their final years and such, but we should be thankful that online schooling is a thing and they can still continue their education instead, and is manageable, and it's manageable. We are still able to function to a certain point and not completely shut down. But the problem with that, Mary, is when kids go to school, they learn how to deal with problems. They learn how to deal with other people. They learn how to solve their own social issues. Um, there's a lot that's missing when you actually don't go to a school. There's a reason why that there's a thing called peer pressure, and there's a reason why that there's cliques in schools, and there's a reason why they have organizations, and kids are allowed to create clubs and do things and stuff. There's a reason for all that. It's called being socialized and learning how to deal with society. Um, you know, I don't know if you have any children, but that is also part of growing up. Um, Staying at home all day and being around my parents, I don't think so. No, I want to get out. I want to be around other people. I know how I was in high school. I tried not to miss school at all. Because I wanted to be out. I wanted to be out of the house. I wanted to be able to go and do. I wanted to be able to be with my friends. There's a lot. And there's also a lot to be said when you have that one-on-one teacher-student interaction when you have a problem. Instead of online. There's stuff that's missed when stuff is online. I don't have kids. I have 2 nephews and 1 niece. I choose not to have kids for the reason that I just don't want them. Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Mary. I couldn't have children, even though I wanted to. But Lord has blessed me with enough children in my life. And, like with my nephews and stuff, I call them my boys. But there's a lot to be said about going to school. If I was just around my parents, I'd go crazy because I think my parents they're parents. I mean, just like the kids are thinking, oh, that's just grandma. That's just grandma. I feel the same way about those are just my parents. But I don't need to have kids to understand that this is a problem, and I will always feel bad for it. But looking at the big picture, I just want people to see that the world could be in a much worse state than it is. Well, yeah, we know that. But why would you want, my thing is, I don't want the things that should be taken away. I'm not saying you have to have kids. I'm just asking if you had kids in school, because I was going to ask what their take is. I know what my grandkids' take is on it. I'm not Trina, jeez. I looked at Trina's barber's name a few seconds ago. Nina, she And doing online's fine with her. Zaya, no, he wanted to go to school. Zach, he's preschool. He don't care either way. You know. They just told me I could not have kids. I had to be spiteful and prove them wrong. um, he is my one. Told you. Um, told you he is my one. Told you so, kid. um, it's taken away because sadly we have a pandemic going on, and sadly as humans and wanting to continue in the future, we need to adapt. Yeah, yeah. We're all going to have to adapt. I just don't want it for them. They need. There's something to be said with being around other human beings. Human beings aren't meant to be socially distant from each other. They're not meant to be. They're not like hamsters where they're just happy by themselves. You know, human beings, they need other human beings, and sometimes you just can't get that through a screen. You know, um, and I don't. I do feel. You know, I feel for them. Those like that can, especially, um, you know, like I said, your senior year of high school. That is the funnest time, for real. It really is, and I don't want them to miss out. And sadly, I'm missing out because I want to go to the amusement parks and movies and the zoo. You guys know I love the zoo. I want to go. Um, but I can't take the chance. Senior students in my country, they couldn't do their senior traditions due to the pandemic, and I saw a lot of issues with that. Because I went through it myself, and it's once in a life thing. Exactly. But working where I do now and see the issues going on, there is a much bigger problem than having young kids being social. Although being locked up brings mental health issues as well. So there is just a lot of things they are facing now, and although it's not the same issues as a non-pandemic world, it's issues. Mary, I totally understand that, and I think everybody in this room understands that. You know, we're allowed to sit here and daydream for a minute. You know, um, we're allowed to be angry because of things that they're missing out on, and we know darn well that there's a pandemic going on. I've lost several friends. I've had too many family members. One of them, um, two of them are my parents, and one of them was in my own house. Why I didn't get it, I don't know. I don't know. And I had a doctor's visit. It was telehealth, but over the phone, and I was talking to her. We talked for about 20, 30 minutes. And she even knows if I get a cold, it goes straight to pneumonia. So I'm more than aware that there is a pandemic and that there are bigger issues than what kids are missing out on. I want to see my parents. I can't see my parents. I want um to get out and do things, and I can't. And by the time things are fixed, I won't be able to. So I'm more than well aware of what's going on. And I think everybody, like I said, everybody in this room does. But we're allowed to daydream for a minute, and I'm allowed to vent. We all are. Yeah, it's very hard. I want to see my family. Damn it, I'm at my sexual prime, and this is what I get, sis little miss. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that STDs no more. You got to worry about you got COVID. Let me take your temperature. Let's do a test. Quarantine for 14 days. Then we'll talk about getting together. What I think we should all be thankful for at this time is media, internet, and technology. It's not the same, but it's a way to connect. I agree. Sex with a condom and a mask, forget it. uh, yeah, it's not the same. But I know this. In the next 20 years, I'm going to be glad I'm going to be really old. And I'm like at the bottom of the next hill. Um, because this society is going to be nuts. Um, I don't want you guys to take it the wrong way, the things I said earlier. I just hate seeing the world in the state that it is in. I just want to get past this and go back to the usual. Oh, we're going to have a usual. It's just going to be called the new normal. For real. Uh, Roland, hello. Hello, Les. Long time no see. Looking good. Thank you. Thank you. So are you. Everyone is allowed to vent and daydream. Um, I get it. I do the same. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be one of those grandmas that likes to tell a story from they were kids to their grandkids by the fireplace, and the grandkids going, yeah, 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 whatever. Of course, my grandma never did that. Mine didn't. I don't know about my other grandma. She never did that either. My grandma Kane never did that either. Of course, I wasn't around her as much as my mom's mom, my grandma, who I was closer to her than I was my mother, than I am my mother, and never did that. She always had kids around. Damn it. There was always grandkids around, and she loved having every single one of us there. And like I said, there's 20 years between me and the next one. So, and then there's like what? 2, 3, 4? Other than my sister, so yeah. And then the great grandkids came with my sister. So along with the my cousins who are the same ages as my nephews, that's really weird. And now they have kids, and so and my grandma was never the type to sit there in a corner and tell stories. No, no. She'd go outside and watch everybody play, and we all do what we want to do. And of course, Cheryl, she was always on the phone, but me, I got out there with my younger cousins and did things with them back. So, and being in the country, we did a lot of things, shotguns and everything. Oh, I have wonderful convos in the middle of the night sometimes. But it devastates me what happened this week, and I'm scared of what's going to happen. And you guys, I don't know is if Connie's still here and all of them. I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm afraid of what might happen. I think even after the 20th of January, I still think, because these people are that were there at the Capitol are devoted to one man and not an office, not a party affiliation, but they're dedicated to one man. That this one man can still cause an uprising even afterwards. And that's what scares me. Truly. Snickerdoodle's afraid too. That's what scares me the most. Well, says you are spot on. I think it's pretty scary to think of the future after Trump said something about his adventure has just begun. That's scary as fudge. Exactly. Even after he's out of office, he knows these people are loyal to him. And that's what he wanted, people loyal to him. And like I said, that's scary. And the only way that it could be squashed, honestly, is to go in there and squash it. If that uprising had been a Black Lives Matter or an Antifa group, they'd all been shot. They'd all be dead now. If that had been a bunch of Muslims, they wouldn't have gotten that far. They would have been shot on the steps. I really believe that it was an inside job. And I really believe that that the Capitol Police chief, he deserved to be fired. He was fired like right boom. But I'm scared of what's going to happen afterwards. It's one of those things we're going to constantly have to watch him. And you're right, it's the good old boy system. Exactly. And I'm not saying everybody has to love everybody. I'm not saying, without question, you have to love everyone in the world no matter what. That's not fair either. Because I don't even like people in my own family, let alone the whole world. I have a right to not like who I don't want to like. But to have a whole group of people that you know for a fact that if they went in there, they wouldn't have made it. They would have been shot dead right there on the steps. None of this would have happened. We would have a bloodbath of a different kind. What's scary is to know Trump knows all the rules, knows all the nuke codes, things that are classified that he could share with other countries. Yeah, well, those are changed with every president. So, and I'll be shocked if they're not changed already. I will be shocked. And that is, and with the nuke code Snickers, Nancy Pelosi already spoke. Already spoke to I forget the head of that. I forget. Already spoke to them. And they have already been notified. All the little peons, trickle down peons, have already been notified that if something should come across, to disregard it. Have already been told. So, like I said, I'll be surprised if by now it hasn't been changed. really. Mature, moral people can disagree without being disagreeable. We aren't dealing with either quality with the domestic terrorists. That's true. That's true. That's what I'm saying. I don't consider this a political thing. I really don't. Um, I'm not gonna blame all Republicans. I'm not gonna blame. I'm not blaming any political party now. I'm blaming those that are loyal to him. You know, and I blame him for inciting this. He's been building this up for so long. I mean, ever since he started campaigning, it's always been about hate, 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 you know. And then the past year, he's been building this up for so long. And then when it comes down to it, um you know, this shit happens. I knew some shit was going to happen, but I did not know. I never thought this would happen. Never thought. Not on the Capitol. I never thought. But I blame the Capital City police chief, which are the Capitol Police Force. Like I said, they have 2,300 members of the That's what their thing is the Capitol Police. That's not the DC Police. That's the Capitol Police. I blame their chief, which he has already been fired. I hope he gets brought up on charges. I blame the other officers. Because, like I said, there was no backup going in, guys. None. There was no backup going in there. So, and apparently, from what I understand, and they're not going to give you schematics of the Capitol building, but apparently the Capitol building, if you don't know your way around, you're not just going to find your way around. There are hidden rooms in there. That is for specific reasons. You're not even sure what level, and I'm not even sure how many levels there are to the Capitol. I know there's at least 6. They have said that much, but you're not going to know. And they knew exactly where to go. Exactly where to go. Not political at all, in my opinion. True patriots are loyal to country. These people worship a man who has clearly displayed questionable character. Exactly. Mary's going. Good night, y'all. Mary, you have a good night. You guys, she's in Denmark, I believe. And she's many hours ahead of us. I mean, I'm on East Coast time, so and she works in the mornings. So you have a good night, and you take care, Mary. I'm glad to see you again. Norway. Duh. Oh, God, I keep forgetting. I know somebody else is from Denmark, and I keep getting you guys mixed up. I'm sorry. So she's many hours ahead. So you have a good night, Mary. It was great to see you again, honestly. So yeah, I'm not blaming a political party. I'm blaming those individuals as individuals. And that's what's scary. And if you just stand back and just think it through and look at things and calm down, because a lot of this stuff I've been thinking of after I've calmed down and started feeling better. This is ridiculous. This was nothing that like we said, this should never have happened. And but we shouldn't be surprised either. I mean, they've went to other Capitol buildings in different states. Look what they were going to do to the governor of Michigan. They were going to sit there and kidnap her and kill her. I mean, take her hostage and kill her and stuff. I mean, really? I think someone inside was laying a path to the terrified senators. I hope that's why everything went dark. I'd like to know if they shut down cell phones to hide the locations. No, there were senators that were live streaming while they were in there. There were senators doing interviews. Horrible, the Michigan thing. Exactly. But there were some senators who were doing interviews. I about lost it when I saw that. I was like, why are you... But you couldn't really tell where they were. And they wouldn't tell exactly where they were. They just said they were in a secure location. They couldn't even go in the tunnels because these people that raided the Capitol building knew where the tunnels were. That's why they couldn't get out of the building. They were in the tunnels. Because I was like, why aren't they going through the tunnels? Get the hell out of there. They couldn't. I just can't find a pathway to excuse this. None. No, there is no pathway. And the few... Now, there was people arrested that day, and that was due to breaking curfew because there was a 6 o'clock curfew. Those that they went after, like the guy with the bullhorn hat and stuff, and the guy with his feet on Pelosi's desk and stuff like that. Now, they arrested them. They were charged with trespassing. They were charged with trespassing and a bunch of small charges like that. None of them have been arrested for domestic terrorism. It's all little stuff. I'm like, what else do you need? For real, what else do you need? Because I'll give it to you if you don't have the proof. Because all these people are posting it online. The FBI's like, we need your help. If you can help us identify these people. All you have to do is go into Parler or go to OANN and they'll give you all the information you need on these people because they're proud of it. They're posting this stuff on the internet. So, but like I've always said, you know, I love America. I will defend the office, not the person. I'm not devoted to the person. I'm devoted to the office of the presidency. And I will voice my opinion if I don't agree, which I've not agreed in so long. But these people knew where to go. They knew where to go. And I don't see how they were allowed just to walk out. And the thing of it is, they weren't wearing masks. Like that one delegate from West Virginia. Don't ask me his name right away. He was a delegate from West Virginia. I watched him being arrested. He was live streaming it. I think his last name's Evans or something. And he was saying his name. And they were live streaming it, and they were telling him, okay, now just wait a minute, just wait, they were telling him what to do, and he's like, I am, okay. He was so happy about that. Needless to say, he's been fired. Derek Evans, that's right. Yeah. Can anyone even remember what Tim McVeigh's issue was for killing 168 Americans? Some were babies. He's dead. They're dead, and all I recall is the evil act. Yeah, I can't even remember what the hell he did. What the hell the message was. I can't remember. And that was a weird day because my mom was working for the IRS at the time, and she's here in Columbus, and it took forever for me to get through. For real. They had her building on lockdown. She finally got home, and this was before we had cell phones, and she finally made it home, and I went over and I was like, Mom, are you alright? And she's like, yeah, they just locked us down. And I said I couldn't get through. She said nobody could. And I was like, okay. She was just like, la 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 la. I'm like, well, I just wanted to know if what you heard, or but I have no idea what he did. What I mean, I know what he did. I don't have no idea what he was so-called fighting against. I have no idea. And of course, he was taken care of. But this, have you noticed there's been no news conference on it? There's been no updates of who died, how many. Some say 4, some say 5. There's been no we've arrested this many people, these are their charges. The investigation is going. There's been none of that, you guys. None of that. And these people love to get on TV and have their airtime. There's been none of that. It's been quiet. It has been no one saying anything about anything. Big Offense says the police officer was number 5. Yeah, I think from what I understand, there was the lady who was shot. There was a guy who climbed the tower that they made for the inauguration. He fell off of that. One guy had a stun gun. This is a little bit of inside info. One guy had a stun gun on his belt, or in front of him somehow, and he was he ended up stunning his privates, and he went into cardiac arrest and died. Yeah, he put it down his pants, and he stunned himself in his private area, and he ended up going into cardiac arrest. And then there was another woman killed, and she was carrying a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and she was mushed. If you've seen some of the videos, these people were being mushed up against the doors and stuff. Well, she was mushed, and then she was trampled on, while her flag laid right beside her said "Don't tread on me." And the irony of that is just, if I can get over the death, I will probably giggle about the flag. Not her death. People just walking all over that flag. By the way, the woman smushed from Kennesaw was carrying a sign that said, "Yeah, don't tread on me." He tased his own balls and had a heart attack. Yep. Um, you can't make this stuff up. No, you can't. Um, I think some people were just there, honestly, and they got caught up in it, and but some of those people knew exactly where to go, and they had specific intentions. Um, Snickerdoodle put in a link. DC channel, hello, or CC channel, hello. Here's a link about the Oklahoma bombing. Oh, okay. Yeah, Timothy McVeigh, he was linked with some sovereign citizen groups, but I don't think he was a sovereign citizen. He was a nutcase. He wasn't a sovereign citizen. CC says terrorists are gonna know how easy it is to breach the Capitol now. Way sad. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen again. I really don't. I know one thing for the inauguration, they are already ramping up. They're already ramping up security and everything. Lee Tibensky, hello. The flag is sacred and needs to be replaced. No, I think we should keep the red, white, and blue. But what's, like I said, there is plenty of evidence out there that they're planning on doing an armed protest the 17th. Big Offense says the 17th, I think, is the next riot scheduled, and it will be most state capitals all over the country. Lee says respected, not replaced. Okay, it does need to be respected. They are planning on a protest on the 17th in Washington, and plus I keep forgetting to add every capital in the United States, all 50 capitals. So, and if any of our governors don't call in, just, to be on guard, if somebody like me and us know about it, they should definitely know about it, and they should be prepared. Those that aren't needs to have their head examined. People was trying to take the U.S. flag down and put up a Trump flag. That's not going to happen. As much as I hate what they did at the Capitol, no one stormed businesses, looting and setting fire. It's all just sad. No, because they went there. They went there for a purpose and a reason. So, and trust me, enough went on there. Death went on. There was looting there. I mean, there was looting there. They did take things. Hell, one guy walked out with the podium. They got into the chamber where the House and Senate were doing their thing. That's supposed to be hard to get to. They knew exactly where to go. They knew where the tunnels were. That's why none of them could get out. They were in the tunnels. So every governor should have the national dressed and ready to roll. Yep, Lee says Antifa stormed the Capitol, not Trump supporters. I am not listening to that bullshit. I am not listening to that bullshit. There was no sign of Antifa. None. There was none of that. Antifa had nothing to do with that. Yes, but nothing like the BLM riots. BLM, they didn't have anything to do with the root. It is literally the shit in the people's houses. I agree what they did was wrong. Big says, yeah, that guy from Florida had the podium. CC says, but people destroyed cities. I agree. Cities were destroyed. And I didn't like that either. You know, BLM was not trying to kill our vice president. BLM, they're really not the violent ones. I mean, they don't. I mean, with this, there wasn't one sign. There was not a BLM or Antifa there. None. None. Need to cut my nails. Says picket fence. Trina says not only did they do that at Joy Barnes, they pissed in it and they wiped the shit along the walls. Ugh. So, you know, yeah. Especially after Trump just got done telling him to go down there. That he was going to walk down there with him. Did you hear them cheer on that one? I'll walk down there with you. And we'll take back. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They go down there and like I said, he gets in a limo, goes home, throws on his jammies and grabs some Cheetos and he's watching it on TV. If you weren't mad about BLM and destroying shit, I am and I was. You don't have a right to bitch about what happened at the Capitol. Just my opinion. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I can bitch about what happened at the Capitol. Just like I bitched when all that rioting and shit was going on. So, despicable is what I call them. Trina says, violence on any side isn't right. Exactly. But again, I think BLM were okay, but those who were assholes and looted and started fires did it behind BLM. He stood and watched it on TV, cheering them on. I said you can't bitch about one, not the other. I did bitch about it when that shit was going on. I did. Sat there and bitched like a mother. After Georgia, who is dumb enough to still believe in a steal? People died for a lie. It's all a lie. I just think the next 10 days are going to be hell. You know, even if nothing happens, it's still terrorism. You put everybody in a mental freeze, in a mental terror. You know, that's still domestic terrorism. You know, that's still a terrorist. I wonder though, do you really believe that Trump thinks it was stolen? Yeah, he truly believes it. That is one thing that everyone who has worked for him, whether they still work for him or not, yeah, he believes it. Is he that delusional? Yeah, he is. He is. No, Dale, he's trying to raise more money and avoid going to prison. No, he truly believes it. They all said he truly believes it. He had no intention of ever leaving that White House. And then after he was done, he was going to put Ivanka in. Yeah, I tended to lean that way, just using it to continue to get money. Hell yeah. Big fan says, yeah, because all the people who said he would win on a landslide, his ego was easy to please. Sugar said, hey Les, I'm back. Please say hi to Sugar Mama and Sugar Daddy. Hey Sugar Mama, hey Sugar Daddy. Sitting here along with Sugar Baby. Now they're trying to raise funds for a Trump network. I thought Trump was full of money. Hey Sugar Mama and Sugar Daddy, says Dale. Dale said there was ice on his windshield when he started to make his way home, going about 20 miles from us. Don't think much will get here though. Luckily, it's not doing anything here yet. Sugar, na 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 na. Oh, honey, honey, na 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 na. Oh, so yeah, it's just Dale says here in Texas, snow is rare. Southeast Texas, anyway. Wish I can say the same for a high. So either way, no matter what you believe or what you think, I think everybody should still be on alert. I don't think they should mess. I know the House, there's 190 plus signatures to impeach Trump. On Monday, they want to present it. Screw that. They've got cabinet members of Trump's now that are still there who said, we need to remove him. And Pence wasn't answering his phone. He's not answering Pelosi, nobody. He's not answering his phone because they want to get through to him to enact the 25th Amendment, and I forget what article it is underneath it, that he can be removed. And there are close cabinet members to Trump who Trump isn't even speaking to. I mean, Trump is like by himself. That said he needs to be removed, and Pence won't answer the phone. So they've been going public, hoping Pence will see it. My thing is, Pence already knows what you guys want from him. He's too much of a wuss to do it. You know? Daddy just ate eggs. He loves eggs like a fat kid who likes cake. I love eggs too. After something happens, it is too late to act. They don't get that. Well, it'll be his second impeachment, but they should have removed him back with the first one. Pelosi did have a talk with Millie about him not being able to launch nuclear weapons, so there's that. Yeah, I went over that. Trina said Pelosi is planning on voting on impeachment tomorrow, while also asking Pence to start the 25th process. There's no way they can vote on it tomorrow because it won't be presented till tomorrow. The quickest they can vote on it is Wednesday. That is the quickest they can vote on it. But unless they remove him, it's not going to do a bit of good. They need to remove him. So the quickest way is the 25th. Myself, I think they should tell him that either he resigns or go to jail. He'll never resign. No, he won't. So, um, you know, he's a narcissist, and that's the truth. Um, Truth is, these politicians probably have no real power. The dark shadow powers that be are running this country and the world. I agree. And he won't do it. Hitler. So that's out. Who won't do a Hitler? He said if Trump invokes the Insurrection Act, um, the the libs are done. That's why they want him out now. Like I said, watch the movie The Family on Netflix. It's very interesting. Trump, I was trying to be nice. Oh, he'll do a Hitler. He's trying to do that now. Um, the thing of it is, nobody's really listening to Trump. Trump's not really saying anything, but nobody's really going to listen to him. That's the problem. And if you can't, first of all, if you can't communicate with your staff, and your staff can't work with you and you can't work with them, you can't do your duties as president. So what's the point? Oh, no Hitler often. So okay, okay. Right. To just pack his stuff and move. What he should do and what he will do are two different things. Um, the Trump's not going to do anything noble. He's not going to do anything noble, and he's not going to do the right thing. Um, it's just going to be a mess for a few. But what needs to happen? Sometimes things are always easier said than done, of course. Is that Pence needs to grow a set of balls, and I'll let him use mine for a while. Go in there. Lord knows he's got the requirements and the people to do it. Because Pence can't just unilaterally say, okay, I'm going to go in there and relieve him. It can't be done that way. But he does. Senior members of Trump's cabinet is still there. And they said remove him. And so they're calling for his removal. Pence needs to do his vice presidency job. Because if you ask me, Pence is not a hero. And Pence needs to do his job too. He's just as wussy. And he needs to do the right thing. Go in there. Remove Trump. Let Pence serve out the next 10 days. Or however many days it is now. Yep. Another 10 days. Or 9.5 now. And keep an eye on Trump. And then after Biden is sworn in, both sides, the Senate and the House, and both parties, Republicans and Democrats, have to come together. They have to. Both sides are going to have to concede some and give some in order to heal what has happened. Here, hold my balls. Talk about a man without a country. That's a truth, Dale. I wonder if I wonder. Oh, wonder if Russia would have him. He could start to work on Trump Moscow. I think it's funny Scotland won't let him in the country. He can talk about coming here, but he ain't coming here. We're not letting him in. We're not letting anybody in. And he's not the president, so he won't be the president. So, tough on him. Literally, that's what Scotland said. He will try to flee to a country where he won't get extricated back here. Dale, I don't think Putin likes him. I don't think so either. I know we all laugh. They're under lockdown. Trina said nobody can get in, and he's no better. Joy, yep, he was just a useful puppet. Yep, Canada don't want him either. Pink Sparkle, hello. Did you see the video where Trudeau from Canada, I think it was Macron from France, and Boris from England, they were at a thing where in England where Trump was at, and there was a I forget what it was for, and there was a dinner, and of course, you know, the Queen was there and everything, and somebody videotaped those three talking, and they were talking about Trump. Oh my god, it was so funny. I was losing it. Oh my god. They were sitting there, and I'm like, they gossip just like little girls. I was like, oh my god. They were all, and Trump got mad and ended up, you know, meh. Softies might take him. I'm with you on unity. Dale. What happened to us since the 80s? We seem to be on a constant decline. What will 2030 look like? Oh my god. We need to pray for unity. Exactly. And that's what I said. You know, both the Senate and the House and the Republicans and Democrats are going to have to come together. They've got to think of us. They've got to think of the people. You know, some of the stuff that they say is just truly asinine. You want to know what happened, Sugar? The internet. The internet didn't happen until the late 90s. You guys remember that dial-up and you had to pay for every minute? It was all AOL and shit like that. That's one component. Yeah, we the people that put them there. Exactly. Um, AOL, my first internet experience. You've got mail. Yeah. Um, so, you know, I love this country. This joy, the good, the bad, the indifferent. I want us to recognize collectively that America has always been great. Always. Same here. We can overcome this, and we can overcome these past 4 years. It's going to take some time. It really is going to take time, but I think we can do it. Um, I think we're one of the few countries that could. Um, they've these people, these elected officials who we voted them in, and they just act like we don't exist. Um, they've got to come together and think of us. That's all there is to it. And I'm going to say this, and I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but not having a parent at home really messed things up. I agree. I agree. Boy, that is how I felt. We don't need to make America great again. Getting rid of Trump is a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Same here. I agree. Um, pay a parent as if it's a job, because it is. and let one stay home. How about having jobs for people that could go to work and support a family like it used to be? That's why I'm not opposed to the Green New Deal. First of all, global warming is an issue, but with the Green New Deal, the stuff that they want guarantees. It's a guaranteed job for U.S. citizens. A guaranteed job. You know, um, it started in the 50s when these Nazis were shipped over here uh, with Project Paperclip. That too, Les. Yeah. I mean, why are they so opposed to it? Because of the lobbyists. But don't they realize people will have jobs, and that there will be more jobs? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see what the airlines will be upset. There will still be planes. You know, there still be boats and stuff. I mean, people want to go to other countries. We're still gonna need a plane. We're still gonna need a boat. Um, you know, there's nothing wrong with these Green New Deals. Look, I don't know about you guys, but when we're doing a house budget, if we can save money on electric, or if we can save money in gas, or if we can save money on groceries, or if we're all going to do that. So why not have natural electric? Why not? You don't have to pay for it. So why not have it? You're still going to get electric. Why pay for it when it's natural? What, is it going to be any less of electric than having a couple magnets? Electric is electric. Whether you get it from a magnet or whether you get it from the sun. Harness the energy of the sun. Harness the energy of the sun. Harness the energy of water. Harness the energy of wind. It's all free, folks. Greggy Huffman, my future ex-husband. Hello. Hey, sexy eyes, I got gas. That's why we have to research and be selective about who we elect. If there's a huge character flaws, stop excusing them. I vote policy, not party, period. Exactly. And like I said, Joy, I'm a registered Republican. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden. Woot woot, Griggy. Glad to see you around. Joy said, uh-oh. Yes. Dale says, Greggy, it's Connie, by the way. Yeah, Connie pissed off YouTube, so she's under her husband's account. Connie told YouTube where to go. But don't mess with her, Kamala. That's who I voted for. I wrote in Kamala. Let's face it, Kamala's going to be a president anyway. I voted for her because she's got rhythm. Dale's going, yeah, I'm permanently Dale B. But yeah, I agree. You vote, if they have character flaws, and nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But come on. I beat off the wrong person evidently, so now I'll watch my mouth. Oh, yeah, YouTube kind of gets mad when you sit there and you defy them. Oh my goodness. Um so I have no problems with the Green New Deal. Somebody, I know I was listening to Meghan McCain a while back, and I'll never forget, she said it'll cost each person $600,000 to do the Green New Deal or whatever. And I'm like, who are you fooling? Really? Who are you really truly fooling? It ain't gonna cost everybody, even us, $600,000. I don't know who she's trying to scare. I'll never forget that. I'm like, Megan, you know, God, that's what I get for watching The View once in a while. Because she says something. I don't know whether to have her or Elizabeth Hasselbeck. I know when Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on The View, every day, I just walk past, shut up, Elizabeth. Every day. And I do the same thing with Megan when I watch it. Shut up, Megan. Can't stand her. Neither can I. I don't even know why I even go to watch it, because I get so mad at all of them because they're all idiots, for real. So Megan, I think she likes to stir up stuff. I think she's just an idiot, for real. And thing is, I never threatened anyone, but I reported people who did, and I think that may have helped. Hint, don't report anyone on YouTube. Be right back. Let me let this doggy out. They are Les for sure. They really are. He's beside himself, literally. I honestly, I don't even know why. They're none of them know what the hell they're talking about. And when they do have people on there that actually know what they're talking about, I love how they try to tell them they're wrong. When you have people who are in the government, who actually are there on Capitol Hill, who are there in the inner workings, who know things that those women don't, and they tell them they're wrong. I'm like, you're not there, so don't tell me. You know, you're not there. They are. They know shit you don't. Dumbasses. What happened to the good old days where they did, when their hot topics was gossip? And they had all kinds of people on there. What happened to the good old days? They need to bring back Meredith Vieira. They need to bring back the original Vu. Joy Barnes, it's comical. It is. It really is. And I don't see how any of them can hear the other. Because I'm like, you know, I like the Saturday Night Live parody of them. When that one comedian, Leslie, what's her face, and she had a spray bottle. She was playing Whoopi, and she was spraying down Megan and Joy on Saturday Night Live. I about lost it. I am the Princess of Arizona. Her and Joy got into it, and she started spray bottling them. That was funny. I was like, that's what they need to do in real life. Greggy's like, that was funny. That was hilarious. I died. I died. I thought, oh, how true that is. You don't know how bad I want to be. I want a super soaker, though. But, yeah. I think I'm going to get a couple super soakers this summer. Let the kids have fun. Dead serious. Let the kids have fun, and I can laugh my ass off. I think this year I'm going to get a sprinkler and let the kids get their bathing suits on. And now, Zaya won't actually go in a pool, but he'll go in a kiddie pool. So I'm going to get a kiddie pool for him. And so he can let him have fun running around with a sprinkler. I'd get him a slip and slide, but they would slide down the hill and ram their heads right in the back of my house. I'd be like, no. No, they'll go right off and they'll end up, and I'll keep hearing this thud on the back of my house. I'll be like, look over, there they all are in a big pile. Yeah, we had to take down their swing set. It finally bit the dust. So we gotta have something for them to do. So, and we're on a well, so it's not like, you know, water really costs us anything. But yeah. I miss laying in the sun. Love getting a tan, says Greasy. I miss mowing my own damn lawn. I like mowing my own damn lawn. I miss it. Now I can't even get on the tractor. You would have seen when I turned my camera when I first got on. You would have seen my cane up against the wall, except for it fell. I should pick it up. Hold on a second. There it is. See, here's my cane. I'm supposed to be walking with this. Biden is going to raise the pack of smokes to $28 a pack. Same here, Les. Vegas is 28. Good luck with that. Joy said, get the soakers. That's as fun as it gets. Back that up with water-filled balloons. Hell yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to get a couple super soakers. Yeah. And just let the kids go out there and have at it. I think it is the state that raises the taxes on smokes. Good luck with them trying to raise it to $28 a pack. They'd all be leaving the state. Everybody be driving down to North Carolina. Can you see all these convoys going to North Carolina to buy cigarettes and then coming back up here? I had to do that. They are so much cheaper in North Carolina. Dead serious. For real. So, that is why they have the state stamp on them. But 28, damn. Biden's not going to raise it to $28. He probably smokes himself. Joey said, see, some people actually do research. Let research become the new norm. Exactly. He said, they're cheaper here than a high, Les. Yeah, they are cheaper in West Virginia. Well, but they're cheap in North Carolina. Sexy eyes, hope not. He's not gonna raise no. You gotta know Cookies. Cookies is a troll, but he's my troll. He was here, I think, my third live stream ever on this channel. He's been here ever since. That's why I said he's my troll. They're not gonna raise it $20 back. How much is it in New York? I think it's like $14 a pack of cigarettes. Maybe in New York they may raise it to $28. Cookies. I'm a troll. Uh, Sounds like my brother-in-law who says that raising the minimum wage will make burgers $20. I looked it up. It will raise the price about 17 cents. Yeah, but you see, they don't. These companies don't think that we do research, and they'll probably raise a slice of cheese to $3 a slice if you want it. I mean, really, come on. I tell you what, in some places, good God, like that. What is it called? That Five Guys burger, I think is what we got in. That everybody loves so much. Damn, their cheeseburgers are expensive the way it is. I'm like, I have to mortgage my house to eat here just for a burger and fries. Um, but there are places in Columbus. Of course, those are clubs, and their food's always expensive anyway. I mean, I mean, when I went to the clubs, I either got potato skins, or I would get a cheeseburger and fries, and their cheeseburgers were always like $8, $9. So, Five Guys sucks for the price. They suck. Tell me about it. Karina says our Five Guys shut down. Ours is still going strong. Um, like I said, this town I'm in is nothing but restaurants. Nothing but. Um, we got restaurants. Anything to do with food. I think we've got like 4 or 5 grocery stores. We've got a Walmart and a Target. I think we've got still got a Penny's. I think our Sears went out. I think we still have a Penny's. And an Elder Beerman. You know, we have a mall, but all the stores are leaving the mall. And it's a small mall. Um Dale says, I'm thinking our Five Guys went away too. Big Fence says, okay, checked it, and federal, state, and local has a hand in raising taxes on smokes. State raises them the highest. Sears is gone here too, says Dale. Um, so anything has to do with food, we got a movie theater. I don't know. So ours, we have yet to have any restaurant shut down. I don't know of any business in my town that has been shut down. So, Anna, hello. I'm back, everyone. Saints win. They play Tampa Bay Bucks next week. Sears is going out here too, says Greggy. Anna says, I like both. Um, yeah. I don't know. In my town, for it being a smaller town, nothing went out. they, all the businesses are still thriving. Um, and trust me, people will wait 30 minutes in a drive-through lane to get their food. Um, Taco Bell, that's basically all they've been doing is drive-through. I think they opened up their lobby for like 2 weeks and they had to shut it back down again. So it's all nothing but drive-through. And people wait. They will wait. Um, Steelers play in a minute. Yeah, it's almost 8. Dale, I just sat and stared at the empty Steelers building here as though I could bring them back. I loved some of their jean brands. The Squealers, hey now. Don't be saying anything about my Steelers. Green says, I think restaurants and bars are open here. I haven't really checked the bars. There's not really any bars in Heath. They're all in Newark. I don't know about Newark so much. Um, I don't know if there's any bars that's closed. I don't know. I don't know about the bars. Like I said, in Heath, we don't have any. We have like Papa somethings, but it's a restaurant and has a bar in it. We have that. We have BW3s, Buffalo Wild Wings. It's got a bar in that. So, you know, I think Tumbleweed. They have a bar in theirs, but you can still go to the restaurants and eat. So, I'm a Saints and Bucks fans. Who do I root for? Says Anna. Oh man, that'd be hard. Is Dagwood's still open in Newark? No, they're not. And it was like one of the best greasy spoons. It was like a diamond in the rough. You know, they had good food there. They really did. But no, Dagwood's is not open. Les, do you still have the cell phone that people used to call you on? Yep, I do. It's on the kitchen table. I finally unplugged it yesterday, I think. I was been hooked up for 4 days. I loved going there the morning after. Yeah. Yeah, I wish they were still open. Sarah, hello. Hey, Les. Sorry I didn't stop by earlier. That's okay. That's alright. You missed most of the hullabaloo. You missed most of that, so. Joyce says, I hate um, the loss of greasy spoons. Why they have um why they have the best food? I don't know, but they did. Best food is the Greasy Spoons, little mom and pop shops. They literally have the best food. They do. And hell, most of ours are gone. Let's see. There's a couple places I don't even remember the names of them that were just they looked like little teeny shacks, and they had the best food because they get everything fresh and don't just microwave semi prepped meals. That's true. That's true. That is true. Um, yeah. Yesterday I checked out a local Chinese hole in the wall that I heard nothing but good things about. Everyone was right. 90% of their business now is carry out or delivery. We have a Chinese place that it's called the Golden Walk. And it's literally in an alley. And the only way you know it's there is if you know it's there. And it's downtown on the square, and it's on the north side of the square. And you literally have to walk down an alley, then you'll see a doorway. And that's the Golden Walk. And I keep forgetting sometimes it's even there. Best damn Chinese. Oh my god. And you walk inside, and that place is decked out. And yeah, best Chinese. Best. There's also a Greek place up the street that actually has wonderful burgers and fries. I wonder if they're ever changed the grease, which makes it so good. Places like that often stay open because they do a lot of catering. Yeah, it was fantastic food for real. Um, but yeah, with my little town, Les was Les was the last two numbers, 3-6. Huh? Les was the last two numbers, 4, 3, 6. Yeah. 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 I had to think for a minute. What was my number? I was like, all right, what's my number again? Okay. I didn't know what it was. I had to have somebody tell me the other day what my phone number was. I had no idea. I was like, what is my phone number? So, oh God. Me and this recliner, we're going to argue. It's one thing for me to sit in here, but to be confined to my recliner is another thing. I really am not liking it whatsoever. None. Oh man, Connie, I was going to show you my oh, I forgot to bring it out here. I was going to show you my can opener, and I tried it on a little jar of mayonnaise, Merrick Whip mayonnaise. I tried it, and it works perfect. You may get a call in a few days. I should be here. Unless my phone is dead, and then you'll have to wait. I've been to Wall Street. At the white picket fence. You've been to Wall Street? Are we talking the same Wall Street that I used to hang out at? That I had like an office? It has been many years since I have at Trina, but it was fun. Same as the white picket fence. Thanks, Les, in chat. Good conversation is always a treat. Enjoy the evening. You too, Joy. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye. Well, yeah, my son's grandmother is gay. She wanted to go. Oh, so you went to Wall Street? Yeah, I used to hang out there all the time. Do they still have the phone booths in there? Because once you leave the dance floor and you go through the archway, and they had right there to the right before you walk through to go up the steps, they had phone booths. They had 2 phone booths there, and one of them was my office. Went to a comedy show or a drag show. Godmother, not my mom. Okay. I was gonna say, well, Godmother. I have no idea. I was there in 2009. Well, it's been since a little bit before then, since I've been. um, so yeah, it's been a while since I traipsed, Short North and all that. So yeah, I was working hard in 2009. Haven't been to a gay bar in years, says Greg. Um, Trina says it was a really cool place. I love it. They have a tip. They used to. They had a tip jar on the bar in there, and they took tips, but you were not allowed to leave any change. None. It was like no change, bills only. And so one day I went, you go up to tip jar, you order your drinks, there it is. And so one time I just put change in there just to piss them off. Oh, Greg, I used to go with my best friend's brother all the time. We had so much fun. Oh, poor Anna. She had hers on top chat. It was fun for sure. Yeah. I had fun back then. I'm not gonna lie. um, there was this one There's this one down there by Clippers Stadium. It's a little hole in the wall. Um, I mean, you walk out it and look left, and right there is the stadium, baseball stadium. I've been there. Um, most are a thing of the past. I think it goes in phases, really. But I don't think Wall Street will ever close down. I don't think it will. Oh, I've been to the one down by Clippers a few times. Yeah, I've been a few times there. Um, I'm not gay. Sorry, you don't have to be gay to go and have a good time. No, you don't have to. No, you don't. Let's see, I've been to Axis in Columbus. That's where they have a lot of drag shows. Is Axis. And then you got the ones on Short North, like Union Station, Grapevine, and all that. I used to play pool there. Greg said, but I don't drink anymore, so if I ever went again, I would only drink Diet Coke. I only drink water, Greg, and you know, I went to Union Station, not Union Station, but to oh, I can't remember the one I used to go to, the other one I used to go to all the time besides Union Station. I went there so often because there was a couple guys I went to school with, and their older sister owned it, and I took care of her mother in the nursing home. So I always, like, they had the club, and then they had the dance club in the back, and the dance club was a separate price, but I always got in free, because I took care of her mother. And when I worked for hospice, and so you know, I would always drink water, and when I would drink pop, they would just give it to me. I didn't drink pop that often, but they would just give it to me. He's like, "You're always drinking water." There's this. I know, Trina. I've just never gone to one. There's one in my town that's long been renowned for its exotic fish tank. Ooh. The owner replaced it a few years ago after some nut job rammed his truck into the building, and then the neighborhood flooded. Ooh. Are you talking about Columbus area? Gay bar? Yeah. Yeah. Wall Street's in Columbus. Yes, Sarah. Cool as. Yes, we would drive from Newark to Columbus. I think well, if you want to go to one, you gotta drive to Columbus. To go to one. They had one here, but they've actually had two here, but they don't last long. Google says that Wall Street closed and then reopened with new owners. Good. Yeah, I don't think Wall Street's gonna ever be gone. It's like out of all the nightclubs on Short North area, that is the one place everybody has gone to and knows. Restaurants and bars are the small business most likely fail. Regardless of their format or clientele. Yeah. I still have my glasses from all the New Year's Eves I spent at the walls. Do ya? Hmm. I have a friend from Newark. I have a friend from Newark, White Picket Fence. Really, Trina? Who? It has been years since I lived in a hive. Yeah, but it still looks basically the same. Really. Like I said, I've been here all my life, so. Her first name is what? Tisa? Tessa? I know someone who does YouTube from there. Says white picket fence. Hmm. I know somebody from that area too. Yes, the second white Tesla. Yeah. Well, you know Deonda. You know me. But yeah, but you probably know her way, way, way better. It is so cold here, says Anna. How cold is cold? I gotta be getting me something to eat soon. I swear I want to order in, just deliver me a whole restaurant. I'm dead serious. I want you to know you, coming on this early has me messed up. I just looked at the time. It's going to be a super long week. Says, hey, let's all go to Les's place, one weekend and uh, go to the bar. What do you say? Which bar? That's what I want to know is which bar. I don't go nowhere in the wintertime. I don't go nowhere now. I'm in middle of therapy. Even my doctor's appointments are online. Had jalapeno sausage and mushrooms, homemade mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Anyone you want, Les? Well, we'll have to go to BW3's. I don't like wild buffalo wings. I'm too old to go out. I don't like buffalo wings or anything like that, but I think they have appetizers I like. And I don't drink. I'll drink Coke, and then I like to play the trivia games. So I'm one of them. My best friend can my best friend can cook. Trina says, I'm old and tired. I'm just gimpy. And old and tired. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder what restaurant I can order in. I just want the whole building brought to me. Just Diet Coke for me, nothing else. Really? Same here. Trina says picket fence. Trina says that too, Les. um, no, if I go to Wild Wings, my ass is getting at least, I want some taste skins. I do love me some taste skins. I can tear them. I can just eat them as my meal, and that's it. So, My sister has eaten at the place where buffalo wings were invented. It's in Buffalo, New York. Her friend told her to get the mod ones, and those just about ignited her. Oh, Green says Trump's giving the Medal of Freedom to Bill Belichick, or however you spell his. Are you serious? That's where most of the potatoes nutrition is anyway. Rain Dancer, hello. Yeah, as a kid, I would never eat a potato skin. I mean, mom would give me a big potato, I'd just eat everything out the middle. And that'd be it. And I would turn it to mashed potatoes within its own skin. You put a little bit of butter on there, and then you mix it all around, and you make it mashed potatoes. That's the only way I would eat it. Yes, my son just told me. Oh my god. So I wouldn't flip out when I saw it on the news. He probably thinks Belichick's in his league because he's the manager of the Patriots. Mm-mm-mm. Um, Kids often don't like the skins. It's a texture thing. Rainy Answer says, Greg man, hello, hon. Yeah, I wouldn't. And then they came out with the. I remember when potato skins actually came out, and my sister was the one who got me to try them. I was like, oh. She said, no less. She says it's got cheese and bacon on it. I went, really? So I tried them and loved them ever since. Trina still don't like the skins on potatoes. Lucky Grandma, hello. um, those snacks, they're good too. Um, yeah, I can eat them just as a meal. Rain says I'm weak, so I'm not typing much. Love you all. Okay, Rain Dancer, I understand. I understand. I have no idea what I'm going to eat for din din. We went to get a Whopper from Burger King because Burger King was supposed to. They built a new Burger King and it just opened earlier this week. And so Cheryl went to one out in Bucka Lake and she said, Les, they redid that restaurant and the food is so good. She said, it's not like it was. She said, it's like it originally was. Really good. And so went yesterday and literally I ate almost half of my Whopper and I thought, well, let me go sit down. And I had intended to finish it and put it in and then after a while I was like, well, I better get it in the fridge. I never did. It's still sitting on my kitchen table. Um, yeah. I I wasted that. But I didn't see anything that was so horrific about it. I really didn't. Fries were pretty good, I guess, if they weren't cold. So, if you're going to order food, better do it soon before they all close. They're all probably closed now. Probably. So, except for the pizza place. Greggy says, I really don't eat like I used to, not much at all. Yeah, I'm starting to get that way, and I don't know why. White picket fence says pizza. Eh? Oh, I don't know what to eat. We don't really have it. And send you one while I'm at it. Hey, don't laugh. I've done that. I've done that. Lucky Grandma says, did not get a notification. Doc said he hasn't been getting them either. Yeah, I gotta call him. I was gonna call him this week, but like I said, I've been sick. So. Who knows? I might end up. See if I get a pizza. I don't know. I'd keep it down. I feel pretty good though. I mean, I kept that Whopper down. I just ate half of it and I said, "Oh, I'll eat it in a little bit." And kept my turkey sandwich down fine. Who knows? Who knows? I had to call Papa John's and just get. Have you guys had those cinnamon pull aparts from Papa John's? They are so good. Hmm. What sounds good for dinner, you guys? I don't cook a whole lot because of my hands. So, not to mention my balance. So, I don't trust myself at the stove. Big Vince said I had a lobster roll. Hmm. I think Chinese place is closed. I just ordered pizza and crazy bread, says cookies. Big Vince says left over from yesterday. Les, um, I got talk with you. Love you. Um, take care, everybody. Bye for now. Greggy, you have a good night, hon. Thank you for coming in. And call me, because I don't know if I still have your number. Lucky Grandma says ice cream. Oh, I don't know if my stomach can handle that. And I love ice cream. Anna says, want molten cake with ice cream. Oh my god. I don't think I can handle sweets like that right now. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe some eggs and toast. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, last time I tried to make eggs, that was fun. Hmm. Have you been sick? Yeah. I got sick Tuesday early evening. And I just started throwing up. Um, and I had my home health care team come in, and I I did get a hold of my occupational therapist, and said don't come in. It was like I got a hold of her finally a couple hours before she was supposed to be here. I was like, don't come in. That I'm sick. I said, you can talk with the nurse. She'll tell you I'm sick. I wondered because you haven't been on. Glad you're here tonight. Well, thank you. Yeah, trust me, I've been wanting to come on, but it was not possible. It was not possible. Seen when my tummy is rebellious, I heat chocolate, cream of wheat, and drink tea. Ooh, glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Anna. Nothing. I mean, I couldn't even keep water down. She was worried. The nurse was worried that I was going to dehydrate. I drank one of my things of water, and I only had just that, and there wasn't even any ice in it. I drank off of that for 2 days. That was all I had. I couldn't keep even water down. Oh, thank you, Rain Dancer. And I feel good now. And yeah, even Fran said, yeah, you're sick, because she had bought me, some Reese cups and, a caramel bar, and I hadn't even touched it. Yeah, yeah, you're sick. I didn't smoke. You know, I just couldn't. And I couldn't stay awake long enough. All I did was sleep. But I got the news in the parts that I was awake. And I was wanting so bad. And I just would fall asleep, and I was just getting sick. I couldn't go live. But the funny thing is, the nurse took my temperature and I didn't even have fever. But I was sick while she was here. Because she had to draw blood and stuff. And, you know, I didn't even do the pee in the cup thing because I couldn't. I was like, there's nothing in there. It's all coming out the wrong way. Be grateful you just slept through it. Yeah, I did. I slept. She did get some, finally did. She got like 3 vials of blood, what she needed. And she left. And, you know, and it was so hard wearing the mask. Oh, while they were here. It was hard. And it just made me feel sicker. Dehydrated, hon. Yeah. But I couldn't keep water down. I couldn't keep nothing down. I told her, I said, I'm trying to drink. And I had no Gatorade here. But I don't think I could have kept it down. But I feel good now. I mean, you know. Started feeling better yesterday, and I was hungry. Apparently not hungry enough to finish my poor Whopper. Doc, hello. The end is near, Les. Add adult Pedialyte or Gatorade to pantry. Yeah, I usually will have Fran will get me some Gatorade. Usually I'll have some on hand, but I just don't have any. Doc Furtifer is here. We're trying to figure out what I can eat for dinner. Doc. You know what, potato skin sounds good, but I don't have any. What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to be going because I do need to eat something and I need to take my shots. I've been on here for 3 hours. You can believe it. If you can believe it. I have no appetite. Les will be out there with a slingshot for the Civil War. Like your grandma says, soup. Yeah, well, I really don't trust myself at the stove. You can make Pedialyte or Gatorade into popsicles. I heard that. Biscuits and honey. I do have some biscuits. I think I have honey. I have apple jelly. I enjoy some boiled Gatorade myself. I ate one hot dog and I have a natural gas. Chicken rice soup. No, chicken noodle all the way. Chicken noodle all the way. Ask Fran to keep your pantry and to keep you company in the kitchen. Oh, yeah, well, she already went to the bedroom. Oh. She's supposed to draw up my syringes for me so I can try to give myself shots. Anna says apple jelly. Yeah, I like apple jelly. So do they sell Pedialyte popsicles in those little plastic wrappers like Go-Gurt, but it freezes out of the bottle too. Yeah, I've never looked for them, so I don't even know if they have them. Wings, fries, chicken wing fries. I don't know. Okay, you might be in the mood for wings and fries. Okay, heat and microwave. Yum. I don't know, I just don't gotta think of some. Or, toaster's still out, I can probably just have some toast. It's definitely cheaper, ounce per ounce. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for them. And then there's oral rehydration solution, which probably tastes terrible. Oh, yes, Walmart infant. There's a 27 sugar. Oh, 2 teaspoons sugar, half teaspoon of salt, half baking soda, and a little liter of water. Huh. Wings would be good. Maybe my gas would fly away. Get better, my friend. Nursing orders. Oh, I will. I feel better now. Did you get COVID? No. I just had a stomach bug. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Oh yeah, capital T. Duh. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half baking soda and a liter of water. Thank you. Good to know. Yeah, it is good to know. I can tell you what, my mouth isn't so, I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, it's moist. So that's how I usually know I'm dehydrated. My teeth will start to hurt. And my mouth just has this feeling, but it's moist. I got my water right there if I want it. So I drank my water yesterday, and I've been drinking it today. I don't think you streamed from this chair in 5 years. Yeah, have you noticed I got a new chair? Well, I've had it for a couple years, but I haven't actually streamed from it. Yeah, I've been consigned to the recliner. Therapist's orders. Swish, use biotin. Gotta get some. Or do it the cheap way. For real. For these days. You know, I was taking a shower. I did take a shower the night before last. And, supposed to put my shower chair back in the shower. So I can take a shower tonight. But I was taking the other night. And, I just get done washing my body. And I was getting ready to wash my hair. And the water just stopped. I just got done rinsing off my body, thank God. And the water just stopped. I mean, just flat out stopped. I'm like, have a good week, Les. See you soon. You too, Sugar. And say goodnight to Mommy and Daddy for me. Thank you for coming. So I was like, oh my God, thank God I didn't shampoo it up. But I couldn't wash my hair. I'm like, oh man. Biotin is too expensive, Susanna. So I'm sitting there and I just get done and I'm getting ready to wash my hair and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It just stopped. Just coming out of my shower. It came out of the sink and stuff, but shower. I was so mad. So mad. So now I gotta go in there and I should put my chair back in. So I can take my shower. I had to get one of them. One of them shower chairs. One of the shower transfer chairs. So I don't have to step over the tub. So I can sit and scoot. So kind of long. Not real long, but didn't stick far out of the tub though. Just enough. Which is great. Because when dry off and you stand up and dry off, and then it's great for when I'm getting dressed so I don't have to, instead of leaning up against the counter and sliding left to right. I have one and love it. They are nice. They are nice. I have United Health. It covers it. Check insurance, Les. I already did. And I don't think it covers it. I'll have to double. You know what? I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check because I thought that my red, white, and blue card covered all that stuff, and they don't cover anything anymore. The only thing that the red, white, and blue card will pay for is a potty chair and an electric scooter, and that's it. So I was kind of, what? So, I have to check others. Yes. Check. I wonder if I can get reimbursed. I already paid for all this stuff. For real. I've gotten so many little gadgets and stuff. But luckily nothing's been really expensive, so, and it's stuff I'll have. Even when I'm, hopefully I'll be better when I'm done with all my therapies and stuff. Hoping. Now I did talk with my psychiatrist And if my regular doctor doesn't send me to a neurologist, she said, I can send you to one to have things um, checked out deeper than a CAT scan. Uh, you know. And I said, well, let's see what the doctor's going to do first and see which direction she wants to take it and what I want to do. And then if I want to go this direction, she don't, then we'll make plans this way. And she said, so, because they're thinking part of my problem might be neurological and a CAT scan's not going to catch it. So I would need to see a neurologist and do an MRI, which is fine with me because I fall asleep in that shit. I do. I'm like, don't have to worry about me. No, you don't. I will go to sleep on your butt. So I'm so easy. I really am. I fall asleep easy. I really do. But you're in that tube and you got a blanket over you and you're nice and warm and you're laying down and next thing you know, out I go. Les will having you dancing soon. I hope so. I just want to be able to get in and out of my house and get on my tractor and mow my lawn and drive my car and go to the store on my own again. And I want to be independent again. I miss running down the hall if I have to go to the bathroom instead of planning it. It takes me so long. It's just really weird. But one good thing about it is I can use my cane as a weapon. I'll be like, come here, kids. Rain answer, thank you. You just gotta do what your therapist says. I got a list of exercises to do, which I'm gonna do videos on. I told Connie I would do it so she could see, because she's got a lot of the same problems I do. And she's got neuropathy and stuff, and so I think part of it, of course, is my neuropathy. But I said, I've had neuropathy. I said, it's never been an issue. Why all of a sudden? I said, it's not like this has been gradual. I was like, yeah, I may be slower coming up the steps, but at least I can get in and out of my house. I said, I haven't been able to get in and out of my house since summer. And they went, that's pretty quick. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah. I told the doctor this. I did one day, says Rain Dancer, chased a homeless guy out of my car and down the street. Use your walker or your cane as a weapon. That's fun. For real. Now, I do have a small issue trying to get out of the recliner, but with this chair, I've always had an issue, even when I was fine and got the recliner. And that's back when my sister lived here. My mom was threatening people with crutch. Oh my god. Museum curator was mad he didn't get video. I'm gonna have my grandkids stand up and act like they're bowling pins, and I'm gonna take a ball. I'm gonna be like, okay, now when I roll the ball and it hits you, y'all fall down. I wonder if they'll do that. I don't know. Depends on their mood. Whether they're like, let's mess with Gamma, let's not mess with Gamma. It says I can be a hoot at times. I just like pissing with my grandkids. That makes my day. Messing with the grandkids. That's serious. And the funny thing is, they know. It's so funny because I can sit there and act like I'm mad at them, and except for Zaya, he's still learning. But the other two, they're like whatever, and then they know because all I do is look at them, and then they know like, oh, I was mad. I don't even have to say nothing. I just look at them, and they're like, oh shit. Now Zaya, I can give him the same look. He's like, she's cool. I'm like, Zaya, honey, you really got things mixed. She like to say, pinch your face off. Says Anna. But I don't get mad at my grandkids too often. I have to use my stern voice once in a while so they'll know, but to actually be mad at my grandkids, I don't have to very often. It's not a everyday thing, really. I think you can count on one or two hands maybe throughout the whole year. I got a haircut finally, also 6 inches off the back, says Rainier. Oh my. I'm due for another haircut. I got me a new brush in. Yay! Finally. It's all bobbed now, says Rain Answer. Can you see me in a bob? I couldn't wear a bob. Anna said Anna her mom would make crab hands to pinch your face off. I've basically had the same haircut almost all my life. Dead serious. Long or short, I've had pretty much the same haircut my life. I was afraid, says Anna. You were afraid of your mama that she was going to pinch your face off with those crab hands? Don't be afraid of the mama with crab hands. She's really not going to pinch your face off. Oh man. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. It's been 3.5 hours and it's 9 o'clock almost, and I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. Probably just toast. Probably. Yeah. So, also, labs, vitamin D deficiency, now on 50,000 units once a week for 8 weeks. Wow. Wow. That's a lot. Wow. I isolated too good, says Rain Answer. Mm. Mm. Now I can go outside as long as someone's here to pull me back in my house. Laters, everyone. LOL, damn phone. Sorry, Rain. No sun, hardly. That's done. That's done to build up levels. Yeah, at least I could go outside as long as somebody's here to get me back inside my house. I can get out. I just can't get back in. Would a ramp be useful for you? Yeah. But we already went out there, and even my physical therapist went out there, and in order to make a ramp to code, it would have to be something like 20 feet long. Well, that's impossible because I've got the back door, I've got the car to pull in, and I've got the stairs going downstairs. So what they're doing is going to have stairs built not sure when it gets a little warmer, where the top step is level with the house, and then there'll be a 4-inch drop on each step with a rail, so I can get in. So when I worked at a place that serviced nursing homes, we could always tell who never went outside, because they would get that once a month or sometimes weekly. Ow. And it said, brother builds good ramp. I would love a ramp, but it's just not possible the way the garage is set up and stuff. So but we're going to have steps built with a 4-inch drop, so that's only about like that, about right there, and not as big as drop as what they are right now. So hopefully that'll help. And I'm doing my exercises for my legs and stuff, so we'll see. Switchback with a deck? What's that? Switchback with a deck. What I'd love is to have one of them platforms that raise up and down. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But I'm not rich. We need a architectural engineer. Goes up, then turns. Goes up, then turns around on itself. I think they do. My friends who are just disabled have one. Yeah, I just know it's an elevator. It's like a platform, and it goes up and down, and that would be. So that's all I know about them. But I know I could never afford one of them. So. That's a switchback. I think the house already had the lift when they bought it, however. Ah. Hydraulics. I love to play with hydraulic stuff. I do. Like anything you can ride on. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go, you guys. It's 9 o'clock. I've got to get something to eat. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. I really appreciate all the input. Appreciate the conversation. Hope everyone has a great night, a great day, and a great week. Let's get designing. Hell yeah. My friend had recliner that let you up. Good night, Les. Glad you're feeling better. We've missed you. Thank you. I've missed you guys too. I wanted to, but I was just too sick. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. So y'all take care, and